I was about to begin my work when my servant entered the room and announced, "Sir, a gentleman wishes to speak with you." "Show him in." A small man in spectacles appeared before me. He resembled a weary schoolmaster. His clothes hung loosely on his thin frame, as if draped over a coat rack. After greeting me, he murmured, "Forgive me, sir. For heaven's sake, forgive the intrusion." "Please have a seat," I replied. He sank into a chair and began. "Sir, I feel terribly awkward for having come, but I had to speak to someone. There is no one else I could turn to, no one but you, only you." At last I gathered the courage, though truly I'm still afraid. "Don't be uneasy, sir. You see, I fear that as soon as I begin, you'll think I've lost my mind." "Well, sir, that will depend on your story. To be frank, I'm about to tell you something quite strange. But I beg you, don't take me for a madman. I myself understand how unusual this is." "Very well, sir. I'm listening. I'm not insane, I assure you. I merely bear the look of one of those people who have spent too much time in thought. Those who perhaps have managed to push the boundaries of human understanding just a little. Consider this, sir. Most people live without thinking. They're absorbed in business, property, daily affairs, or else they indulge in trivial amusements, theater, painting, music, politics, that hollow bustle, industrial concerns. But where are the thinkers? Where are they? They're nowhere to be found. Forgive me, I've digressed. Let me return to the point. I've been coming here for 5 years now, sir. You don't know me, but I know you quite well. I never appear on the beach, nor at the casino. I live among the cliffs, utterly enchanted by them, especially those of Etretat. Nowhere have I found such beauty and peace. Here, thoughts flow freely, and those paths, winding between sea and sky, threading through grasses atop sheer rock faces where the earth drops away into the endless ocean. 100 meters above the waves, beneath the blazing sun, on a grassy slope, I would drift into contemplation. These have been my finest days. Am I making myself clear? Perfectly, sir. Then allow me to ask you one question. Go ahead. Do you believe that other planets are inhabited? Without showing surprise, I answered without hesitation. Of course I do. He was seized by a sudden excitement. He leapt up, as if to embrace me, then sat back down and exclaimed, "Oh, what luck, what joy! I can breathe more freely. How could I have doubted you? Only the ignorant reject the idea of inhabited worlds. It is the fools, the narrow-minded, the cretins, and the uneducated who believe that thousands of galaxies shine and spin through the boundless universe solely for the amusement of man, that brainless insect. They fail to grasp that Earth is but a speck of dust among countless other worlds, that our entire solar system is no more than a handful of molecules of stellar matter, doomed to vanish. Look at the Milky Way, that river of stars, and consider it is but a drop in infinity. Give yourself 10 minutes to reflect, and you will understand why we see nothing, know nothing, and can predict nothing. We fixate on a single point and ignore everything beyond it. Yet we presume to judge the whole. Oh, what a miracle it would be if, one day, the great secret of extraterrestrial life were revealed to us. But alas, I speak nonsense. We shall never unravel it, for our minds are capable only of grasping earthly phenomena and cannot reach beyond. Our intellect is limited, like our lives, bound to this tiny sphere and capable only of comparison. Look, sir, how reckless people are, how blindly they believe in the power of human reason, which in truth has barely risen above animal instinct. We cannot even comprehend our own helplessness. All we are fit for is discussing the price of butter and wheat, or, at best, comparing the merits of two horses, two steamships, two ministers, or two actors. And that's all. The only thing we truly know how to do is till the soil and make clumsy use of what lies on the surface. Let us build a machine that moves as we do, and we become like children, marveling at each discovery, discoveries that intelligent beings should have made centuries ago. We are still surrounded by the unknown, even now, after millennia of civilization, and only recently did we stumble upon the existence of electricity. Do you agree with me? I do, sir, I replied with a smile. Excellent. Now tell me, sir, have you ever taken an interest in Mars? Mars? Yes, the planet Mars. No, sir. Then allow me to share something with you. By all means, sir. I'd be delighted. You are likely aware that the planets of our system emerged from a fiery nebula when rings of gas detached and gradually condensed into solid spheres. Yes, sir. Therefore, the planets furthest from the sun are the oldest, and their civilizations, by extension, must be more ancient. Their order of formation is as follows: Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, Mercury. Would you agree that these planets, like Earth, may be inhabited? Certainly. Why should Earth be the exception? Precisely. The Martians are older than we are, but I'm getting ahead of myself. First, I wish to prove to you that life exists on Mars. Mars, to us, is much like Earth must appear to the Martians. Its oceans cover less surface and are scattered. They can be identified by their darker hue. Water absorbs light, while land reflects it. The planet's geography changes frequently, which suggests active processes. Its seasons resemble ours, and polar ice caps expand and contract with the time of year. A Martian year lasts much longer, 687 Earth days, or 668 Martian days. These are divided as follows: spring, 191 days, summer, 181, autumn, 149, and winter, 147. Mars has less cloud cover than Earth, which means it heats and cools more intensely. I interrupted him. Forgive me, sir, but since Mars is farther from the sun than Earth, wouldn't its temperature be consistently lower? My peculiar visitor exclaimed with fervor. A misconception, sir. A profound misconception. In fact, we are farther from the sun in summer than in winter. The temperature atop Mont Blanc is far lower than at its base. Moreover, I refer you to the mechanical theory of heat by Helmholtz and Schiaparelli. Soil temperature depends primarily on atmospheric humidity. Here's why. A molecule of water vapor absorbs heat 6,000 times more effectively than a molecule of dry air. Thus, water vapor is our chief source of warmth. And since Mars has minimal cloud cover, its climate must be both colder and hotter than Earth's. You've convinced me. Splendid. Now, sir, I ask you to listen closely. I'm all ears, sir. Have you heard of the famous canals discovered in 1884 by Mr. Schiaparelli? Very little, I must admit. Truly? Then allow me to inform you. In 1884, during the great opposition of Mars, when the planet drew as close as 24 million leagues from Earth, Mr. Schiaparelli, one of the most distinguished astronomers of the century, a man of exceptional observational precision, suddenly detected on the Martian surface a network of straight and angular lines, strictly geometric in nature, crossing continents and linking Martian seas. Yes, sir, canals, perfectly straight, uniform in width along their entire length, and undoubtedly constructed by intelligent beings. This, sir, is irrefutable evidence. Mars is inhabited. There, minds think, hands labor, and perhaps eyes watch us. Do you grasp what I'm saying? 26 months later, during the next close approach, these canals were observed again, and in even greater numbers. They are colossal, some spanning up to 100 kilometers in width. I smirked. 100 kilometers? Digging such canals would require an army of laborers. Oh, sir, how can you say that? You forget that working on Mars is far easier than on Earth. The specific weight of its materials is 69 times less, and gravity is nearly 37 times weaker. 1 liter of water weighs only 370 grams there. He rattled off figures with the confidence of a seasoned merchant, one who has calculated everything down to the last gram. I couldn't help but laugh. I was tempted to ask how much sugar or butter weighs on Mars. He shook his head. You laugh, sir. First you took me for a madman. Now you think me a fool. But these figures are no fantasy. They can be found in any reputable astronomical publication. Mars's diameter is nearly half that of Earth. Its surface area is just 26% of Earth's. Its volume 6.5 times smaller, and the motion of its 2 satellites indicates that its mass is 10 times less than our planet's. Therefore, sir, gravity there is significantly weaker, and everything on that planet must be lighter, more agile. Life unfolds under different laws, and the interaction of bodies follows principles unknown to us. The planet is inhabited, sir, predominantly by winged beings. Yes, yes. On Mars, the sovereign of nature has wings. He soars through the air, gliding from continent to continent like a spirit, drifting above the planet held in the embrace of its atmosphere. Though, now, sir, imagine that world. Its unfamiliar plants, trees, and animals, and among them, majestic winged creatures, like angels from a painting. I see them in my mind's eye, fluttering above valleys and cities beneath a sky tinted with golden hues. It was once believed that the Martian sky was red, just as ours is thought to be blue. But that, sir, is a misconception. In truth, the sky of Mars is a soft, radiant yellow gold. Is it really so surprising that these beings could have carved canals 100 kilometers wide? Think of the heights our own science has reached in just a single century. And tell me, could the intelligent inhabitants of Mars not have advanced even further? He suddenly fell silent, lowered his gaze, and whispered hoarsely. Now you'll probably think I've lost my mind, because I'm about to tell you what I saw last night. You know, of course, that it's the season of shooting stars. Especially on the night of August 18th to 19th, one can witness a cascade of falling stars, likely fragments of some ancient comet passing near us. So I went to Manport and settled myself on that mighty cliff jutting out over the sea, watching the celestial shower overhead. It's a far more beautiful and stirring sight than any fireworks display, sir. And then, just below me, frighteningly close, I saw something, a glowing, transparent sphere with vast, trembling wings. At least I thought I saw wings in the twilight haze. It spun with a deep, mysterious hum, circling like a wounded bird losing strength before death. It passed near me. It was a gigantic crystalline balloon, and inside, barely visible, frantic beings darted about, like sailors on a sinking ship, tossed helplessly by the waves. Then the strange sphere arced downward and crashed into the sea, the sound of its impact echoing like a cannon blast. The thunderous noise rippled across the region, but people mistook it for a clap of thunder. Only I saw it. Had it fallen on the shore, not far from me. Who knows? Perhaps we would have met the Martians. Say nothing, sir. Just think about it. And one day, if you wish, tell me what you believe. Yes, I saw it. I saw the first airship, the first interstellar vessel launched into the cosmos by intelligent beings. It was not a mere shooting star drawn in by Earth's gravity. You know, sir, that planets hunt wandering celestial bodies, chasing them as we might chase vagrants. Earth's gravitational pull is weak, and so it captures only the smallest fragments of the universe. He leapt to his feet, breathless with excitement, and began tracing the orbits of heavenly bodies in the air with sweeping gestures. Comets, sir, roam the outer edges of the vast nebula from which we were born. These brilliant, free birds of the universe race toward the sun from its deepest reaches. They hurtle toward the blazing star, trailing a dazzling plume of light, but in their furious flight they gain such unimaginable speed that they cannot merge with it, and after a fleeting touch, they are flung back into the void, carried away by their own momentum. Yet if, during their wondrous journeys, they pass near a massive planet, they succumb to its irresistible pull, veer off course, and become captives of a new master, orbiting it endlessly. They begin to move along closed curves, allowing us to calculate the return of periodic comets. Jupiter has 8 such servants, Saturn has 1, Neptune has 1 as well, and another around its moon, along with countless falling stars. And still it may be that what I saw was merely a small celestial body drawn in by Earth. Farewell, sir. Say nothing. Just reflect. And one day, if you wish, tell me what you think. The visit came to an end. And you know, it struck me that this obsessed man spoke with far more reason than many a respectable rentier. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new stories. Share your impressions and thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you.